Oh, I was supposed to intro the show?
I mean, typically, did you want me to?
Last time you stole it.
Welcome back to World of Pop, episode 18.
I forgot what episode it was, actually.
We're your hosts.
It says right behind us.
We're your hosts, Josh and Jordan.
I'm Joshua. This is Jordan. Welcome back to the World of Pop. We want you to go and buy our coffee.
Yeah, please do.
PopCoffeeRoasters.com.
That is what we do.
We'll love you very much if you do so.
Yeah, we'll send you nice notes in your bags of coffee and
stickers
and
maybe some other cool stuff. Also, speaking of cool stuff, we got a new origin on the way, and we're going to be having a contest on Guess That to get free coffee. So stay tuned for that. Follow us on Instagram and Facebook to enter. Also, sign up for our emails to get deals and lots of cool stuff and content and just other updates. And we won't spam you, but we're definitely going to make you laugh and give you deals and help you save money on coffee.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. But that's enough of that crap.
Yeah.
On with it.
So you know what we're talking about today?
No.
Okay. So did you hear that?
No, I'm drinking my mineral water.
Well, we're going to talk about...
It tastes like sand.
Caffeine. Right before the show, I was complaining to Josh that his tap water tastes like it has sand in it. Not great. But anyways, we're going to talk about auditory hallucinations and caffeine intake.
Auditory hallucinations, as in
that's
my
right.
ears.
That's
Auditory
right.
is in my ears.
Hearing things that aren't there.
Yeah, as opposed to seeing things which aren't there. I don't know which one's worse.
Yeah. No. Now I want to make it very clear. I don't think that it causes incredibly strong auditory hallucinations. More so, just like maybe you're putting together background noise and you're kind of like hearing a song that you know, or you might be hearing like a muffled conversation, but it's really just like the sound of your refrigerator.
Yo,
God,
watch
it's really the sound. It's really just the sound of your refrigerator.
My baby. My plant.
Things like that. There haven't been any clinical studies on it, but there have been a lot of smaller university studies that people have done, and they've all pretty much reached the same consensus. Most notably, a study done by La Trobe University in Australia, where they took 92 participants. Mm. They gave them, conditions where they were highly caffeinated, not highly caffeinated, and they made them listen to a white noise machine. And they were told to hit a button every time that they thought they heard the song White Christmas playing. And the people that were all caffeinated were like, 3 times as likely, and 3 times as frequent to hit the button thinking that they were, being played a part of that song. In with the white noise.
Wonderful song.
But it was never actually played. It was never played. So their brains were putting together that white noise.
Never once?
Yeah. Their brains were putting together that noise, and they were, making it into the song that they already knew.
It's like they were prompted to, and their brain put the pieces together.
Oh yeah, it's all if you much like myself, you the listener, or I don't know if this has ever happened to you, Josh, where we work in a big warehouse. Josh and I do, and we.
I'm there sometimes.
Yeah, whatever. But there's often just so much background noise, like the giant electric hum of the lights and the heater. Everything
I call that white noise, too.
And very frequently, I notice on days that I'm like a little bit over caffeinated, a little bit overstimulated. I'll be sitting, working on my computer, and I'll just put that noise together, and I'll be like, oh shit, am I hearing is that a Bruce Springsteen song that I'm hearing right now? What is that? And I'll hear it for 30, 40 seconds, and then all of a sudden, my brain will stop, and I'll be like, oh no. That's the heater.
Yeah, I have this happen all the time. I've actually first experienced it when I was in college at the library, actually. I remember this. I had drank way too much coffee, and I was cramming for a final. I was in film school. I was watching a movie and then writing along. I think it was the movie Existence. by David Cronenberg.
You film student.
Yeah, but it's really post-humanism. It's cool. Everyone should go watch this movie. But I remember being in the library, and we had a Starbucks around the corner. Or it might have been a Caribou, back the Caribou coffee. I know, I was in college. This is a long time ago. So the bottom line is, I'm sitting there, and I could hear the lights. Legitimately, like, hear the lights. Like, it wasn't like, I'm in this library every day, and I know how the normal white noise is, okay?
Yeah.
And, you know, in a library, everyone's trying to be quiet. But I was hearing these lights so much louder than ever before, and I was tripping off coffee. I couldn't study. I had to leave.
Well, no, I mean, like, lights make a buzz.
No, but it was like I heard tones in it. I heard notes in it. I heard music.
Oh,
Like I heard like I was in. I could not be here because the fluorescents in the library were just so overwhelming. Like that was the first time that I ever had to leave a room because I had too much coffee. That's my story to confirm this.
Yeah, no. If you're like myself,
I didn't hear a song
that's ever happened to you.
I was like in the. I don't want to call it like I was just like I was tripping. I was literally like it was causing acid flashbacks. I don't know.
Oh. But yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I'll full-fledged, like, hear, like, clips of songs or think that I did, and it never is. It's the sound of, like, a truck outside or, you know, so the lights up above just buzzing and all of the noises put together.
I mean, I sometimes hear out these windows, these, like, in the morning, the beeps of the garbage truck backing up. And it's just like this beep, boop, beep, boop, beep, boop. And like, I kind of piece it together, but it's always before I've had my caffeine, so I can't actually, maybe if I'm going to test this theory.
Yeah.
I might be able to make some music by like juicing myself up on caffeine. We'll report back.
Oh yeah, for sure. But yeah.
I'm going to do an independent study on this.
I want to stress that this is only when I've been like very over caffeinated, which, to be honest, I am frequently, unfortunately.
Well, I think a lot of us are. I mean, if you work, you're drinking coffee mostly for the most part. I know, and otherwise your boss probably doesn't trust you, according to research.
More likely to get promotions and all of that.
Yeah, I don't know. I did joke with you earlier. You were like, "Oh, I had to talk to some friends who don't, you."
Oh yeah. Yeah, I did want to do a little bit of study like in my personal life for this. So I called people that I knew that didn't drink coffee, and it was really uncomfortable. I called like 2 or 3 people.
Yeah, I mean that's a poll.
It was really uncomfortable when I'm like, "Hey man, like how's it going? Quick question, just because I want to know. Do you ever hear things? You ever hear like the hum of your AC unit and, everything else that's going on in your apartment or something, and you kind of like hear music?" And all of them were like, "No, I don't think so. I don't think that's ever happened to me."
So be careful with your caffeine because you might hear things that aren't there.
Yeah.
We're just, letting you know it's a side effect.
I just want to let you know, never ask somebody about it because it kind of felt weird.
Okay, yeah, no.
It kind of felt really weird.
My response, you were like, I asked some friends of mine that don't drink coffee about this, and I was like, you have friends that don't drink coffee?
Yeah, which is that's a whole thing. And by I just no caffeine people, just people that don't.
Yeah,
do
I respect it. Everything. If you want to be healthy, I guess if it's not working for you, but there is a lot of stuff, including our next section, which is going to go dive into the positive benefits of coffee and your health. We're going to talk about how coffee can lower your risk of prostate cancer.
Holy hell!
It's pretty dope because it's the most common cancer among men.
That's true.
Sorry, ladies.
I didn't know.
They can't get prostate cancer, unfortunately, for them.
That was a really
It's a good one.
Interesting thing to say.
No, it's good. It's just funny. So the bottom line is, men out there, this is for you. We want you to take care of your health. I think actually November is like the men's health. The No Shave November thing.
Oh yeah.
That has to deal with this prostate cancer.
Really?
Awareness. Yes. Okay.
Huh.
Yeah. So just if you didn't know, that's why
I never knew that.
Yeah. No Shave November. Anyway, so men's health. Let's get to it. Prostate cancer is, like I said, the most common cancer among men. And according to bicycling.com, a few cups a day contains chemicals that are anti-carcinogenic, which have, to break that down, which, I mean, everyone these days knows what carcinogens are, but anti-carcinogenic means cancer-preventing properties. So there are cancer-preventing properties inside of coffee, including an enzyme that's responsible for suppressing tumor formations. So, it suppresses an enzyme that's responsible for the formation of these tumors, and therefore, you don't get prostate cancer.
Whoa. 100% you don't get
No, it's
prostate
15%.
cancer?
You're 15. Well, you hopefully don't. We're not hoping anybody gets cancer, but you're 15%
hopefully not.
or you're 15% less likely. Your risk is reduced 15% for an advanced cancer, and I think 7% for. There's various types of cancer. I don't know a lot about cancer, as in the different types of it, but I do know that this is not a great type to get, and it's pretty. Obviously, it's the most common in coffee. Is like we've talked about the paper filter, helping take out some of the bad, whatever. But the bottom line is there's like 1,000 chemicals, not chemicals, just the chemical composition of coffee has thousands of things going on in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and so there's a lot of good things going on in it, and a lot of things that can help extend your life, a lot of things that can improve your life and help you on a daily level get things done, productivity, brain activity.
Coffee is a miracle fruit.
But prostate cancer is a real scary thing, and so I wanted to just go into a couple. There's a few little things that they want to remind you. One is to keep your caffeine consumption under 400 milligrams per day. That's about 4 or 5 cups of coffee.
4 or 5 cups.
So they're saying if you drink about anywhere up to 4 or 5 cups, that's where you're seeing a reduced risk for prostate cancer. And that's just something that
I wonder if drinking more
wonderful.
coffee than that.
Well, then you might start hallucinating too much.
The health. Yeah, I don't know.
Drink just the right amount, reduce the risk of prostate cancer. Drink too much, and you start hearing things.
Oh God, I'm way past it, man.
But yeah, so So what I was saying about this, coffee, roasted coffee is a complex mix of 1,000 chemicals with numerous constituents apart from caffeine. And these things are, I think one is called cafestol, and am I saying this right? Kawiol? These have been discovered to
I have no idea.
Yeah, KAHWEOL. Help me spell that.
Where the hell are you reading that? Oh, okay, I see it now. I don't know, man.
But those are the anti-carcinogenic the properties that I'm talking about that actually are why this is a thing.
Specifically.
Yeah, those two.
Suppressing an enzyme responsible for tumor formation. How about that, huh?
Science. Facts.
And chlorogenic acid, too.
Yeah. Chlorogenic acid.
Antioxidant effect on the body.
I didn't even know. I didn't even read that. That was like over in this weird side thing. So yeah, I guess we got some antioxidant properties.
And then there's caffeine itself. A study on the gastric cancer cells finds that the substance has actual anti-cancer properties.
So the caffeine, which can cause you to hear things that isn't there, also helps fight cancer.
Great for your GI tract. It's all around. Drink it.
I know. People like to make fun of people like, oh, you're going to have to go to the bathroom after you drink that coffee, but it could save your life.
Yeah, I don't mind pissing 95 times a day. No, I'm just kidding. I go to the bathroom.
Just drink caffeine responsibly, everybody.
Yeah, it's not something that you need to go overboard with, unless you find yourself in one of those situations where you need to.
All right, I think that basically we've covered everything. By the way, this was brought to you the facts, and this was I was reading. I don't ride bikes much.
Josh has a subscription to bicycling.com.
I really don't. I skate. I snowboard and skateboard. I don't.
Secret's out, dude.
All right. Anyway, but they did say that it improves your bicycling if you drink coffee regularly too. So for all you bicyclists out there, drink some coffee and go.
Yeah.
Get it.
And don't worry about hearing things. Just drink the coffee.
again, 400 milligrams at most per day. When you cross over 5 cups, you're going into, full-blown coffee addict territory, which a lot of people do. But there are some negative. Then there might be some negative side effects that we'll discuss at a later time.
Yeah.
Besides just hearing things that aren't there, but we do have actually. Speaking of, I don't know what I was going to say there.
Yeah, that was weird.
Speaking of the Muppets,
coffee.
Jim Henson.
Jim Henson.
And the Muppets.
Did Jim Henson's coffee ads back in the day.
No, so
What?
Jim Henson made the Muppets. Everyone knows that, but he just recently had some ads resurface that went viral.
Oh yeah,
and those are including 2 characters called Wilkins and Wontkins.
And Wilkins was a coffee company?
Yeah, on behalf of Wilkins Coffee, which is no longer in existence.
Yeah.
So this ad series, in total, if you allow to just play through, all of these ads are like 20-second bits. But if you play them continuously, you have like 15 minutes almost of
there's so many ads.
Gems.
And they're all short.
They're all gems.
And they're all wonderful.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about this real quick because, Jim Henson really had an impact on American and popular culture, as with the world, kids' lives, adults' lives, everybody's lives in general. He was cool. What he did was super cool. But he was also, this was kind of a more, I want to say, I think, morose.
Yeah.
Version of his humor. It's a darker side of his humor.
Oh yeah, I love it. I think it's this is right up my alley.
Yeah, I knew. That's why when I texted you this, I'm like, you're just gonna love this. I didn't know it was gonna make the show.
Yeah, no, they're great.
All right.
So including
background here in a minute.
What's that?
I can give you some background on it in a minute. Here, I found it.
Oh, okay, go ahead.
Well, Jim Henson's work with puppets is legendary. People celebrate. So what is it? Oh my God! More than 150. There was 150 of these Wilkins coffee spots, and all of them recently went up on Twitter. So if you want to go on Twitter right now and look this up, you can find quite a bit.
They're also on YouTube and pretty much anywhere on the internet. I mean,
well, these commercials basically star 2 puppets, as we said, Wilkins and Wonkins, and they aired in the late 50s and 60s, and they're extremely short form. They all have the same basic plot. Wilkins
kills.
No.
Oh yeah.
First, he asks Wonkins about coffee.
Yeah, of course.
Do you drink coffee?
No.
If he says no, which Wonkins refuses, or he says he doesn't like coffee, and then Wilkins does something brutally violent to him.
Oh yeah.
And then we all laugh about it, and it's over.
And just like
that.
Yeah. One of my favorite skits
amazing.
is Wilkins saying to Wonkins, hey, do you want a cup of Wilkins coffee? And he says, no, I don't like it. And an offhand, or an off-screen hand with a gun comes in and just shoots him dead. And that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
There's often a one-liner that matches the way Wonkins meets his maker. That's, sarcastic or ironic.
After saying he doesn't like drinking Wilkins
coffee
my
favorite one
time, he just explodes. And it cuts back to Wilkins, and he goes, that just happens sometimes to people that don't like Wilkins coffee.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's my kind of thing.
Wait, what? The one he's in the electric chair, and he goes, do you like Wilkins coffee? No. And then he electrocutes him, and when he pulls the shit thing, he goes, shocking. It's just this fry. It's morose. It's gross. It's violent. But it's puppets. So no one can get mad at it. And I just think that at this point, because Wilkins is a defunct business, they don't exist. You're not, No. Yeah, we need to bring back these Jim Henson ads, and so go in the description of this episode, and they'll be there in the full form in like the 12, 15 minute. I'm going to put a link there.
Yep.
But we're also going to right now at the end here in a moment.
Yeah, I think we're going to cut some in?
Yeah, we're going to cut some into this episode for you just to get a taste.
Oh, yeah.
Of what Wilkins Coffee and Jim Henson's in the 50s and 60s did, which is just hilarious. I can rewatch these forever.
Yeah, my favorite kind of like ad campaign is one where a product just tells you straight up that bad things will happen to you if you don't drink it.
This is a public service.
Oh yeah, oh my God. At one point in time, he murders Wonkins for saying he doesn't want a cup of Wilkins coffee, and he says, "This has been a public service. Not a public service announcement, just a public service."
I thought he was going to say announcement the whole time. I was waiting for him to say announcement.
Yeah, I as a consumer want a company to tell me that I need to have the product.
So, it's been wonderful, everybody, but we got things to do. We got to get out of here. We're going to leave you with our favorite clips we're editing together of Wilkins and Wontkins. You know, hilarious Wilkins coffee spots.
Oh, yeah.
So, enjoy. Oh, wait, you got to...
Oh, yeah. It's always a great time for a cup of coffee.
Care for a cup of Wilkins coffee?
No, I don't like coffee.
This has been a public service. You know, people who don't drink Wilkins coffee just blow up sometimes.
Oh, that's a lot of...
See what I mean? Do you drink Wilkins coffee?
No.
Oh, things just seem to happen to people who don't drink Wilkins. I can get you Wilkins coffee for a price.
I wouldn't touch it.
There's no future in an attitude like that.
I've got 5 aces. Can you beat that?
I've got a can of Wilkins coffee. Nothing beats Wilkins. Any last requests, like for a cup of Wilkins coffee?
No.
You don't drink Wilkins?
No.
How shocking. Want some Wilkins coffee before you jump?
No.
You miss a lot when you don't drink Wilkins. You gonna run against the Wilkins coffee party?
Start the race.
On your mark, get set, go. Nobody beats Wilkins.
I'm gonna drink this coffee and it's not Wilkins.
Doesn't that coffee taste kind of flat?
One of us has to go, me or this Wilkins coffee.
Let's leave it to the hand of fate. He must drink Wilkins, too. I love these Wilkins coffee commercials, don't you?
I'm tired of them. Just kidding, Mr. Wilkins.
Wilkins will be the first coffee on the moon.
Now what?
Wilkins coffee is still the best on earth.